Welcome back, everyone. On today's Real Estate Real Talk, the process of buying a home used to be pretty straightforward, but a lot has changed over the years, and there are a few habits that you might want to adopt if you want to land your dream home, or really any home at this point. LA realtor Keri White back with us this week with a few tips. Hey, Keri.
Good morning.
So you kind of helped us sift through all of these to pick some of the best tips. And the first one here, this is going to be key, especially in this hot market. This is one that I am probably not good at, but it's being persistent.
Right. And it's true. It used to be a lot more straightforward buying a house, but being persistent is really the key right now, because even with the market shifting, there's still such limited inventory and buyers are still writing many offers on many homes. And a lot of times, like anything in life, you want to give up when persistence is really needed. And right now in home buying, persistence is paying off more than ever. So our lesson is, if it's your first, second, or third offer that's not getting accepted, just keep on it. And some Realtor.com data showed that home ownership rate has actually increased from a year ago, both overall and for nearly every age and racial and ethnic group. So that's a really good positive sign that a lot of home buyers are being consistent.
Yeah, I know being persistent can get tiresome at times, but you're just saying keep going, keep offering. Another tip we have here, because you can probably get frustrated, Keri, is keep your emotions in check. That can be hard, especially if you're really desiring that dream home.
Yes, I had 2 home buyers tell me I should add therapists to my list last week. Yes, like at the same time they had said that buying a home is really, really emotional. Like, for some reason, it's just wildly emotional, and it takes up a lot of your time and energy. It's your finances that can feel invasive. It's the roof over your head. And in a competitive market, if you fall in love with a home, it's very disappointing when you lose out on it. And so I do a lot of coaching with my clients that, if you don't get this home, make sure you're offering whatever you're comfortable with. And if you don't get it, it's really not meant to be. And what happens is, a lot of times buyers, maybe without the right real estate agent or understanding of the process, they get very, very dejected and down feeling. And, it's understanding that feelings can run crazy. So really having the mindset that if this house doesn't work out, there will be another one, and really trying to detach yourself, being prepared, making sure you like the home, but detaching yourself from what could actually happen, because it's not you if you don't get the house. You didn't do anything wrong.
Keri, it's awesome to see you also moonlighting as a therapist during these process. Using all of the right words and terms, because it can get emotional. It is something that is so important. You're putting a lot on the line. Now, let's just say in those cases, as you mentioned, the dream home just doesn't work out. You're saying one of the keys here is also to keep an open mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So many people are stuck on what they have to have, whether it's the size or the location. And the reality is, it doesn't exist a lot of the times. And that can be part of the frustration and the emotional strain and drain that they're feeling. So if you have an open mind that what you're buying right now doesn't have to be your dream home, you could buy it, maybe you can add on, you can change it, remodel it, or you can build equity and move into something else that you prefer, whether it's getting a rental property or maybe something that's not exactly hitting those check marks. So my clients that have been more open-minded about what they're getting and more understandable and realistic about the market have really had a lot more success. Hey, unless you just sold your company or inherited some money, being open-minded is really one of the keys to being a successful home buyer today.
That's some good advice. Now, we have all heard this one, but in other terms, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And you're saying, Keri, that this also goes for home buying.
Well, yes, and maybe it's saying there's a little bit of love is blind in that, because everybody wants the perfect home. And in this market, it's likely that you're not going to get it. So really being able to understand what the future holds with that home. The most successful buyers today are able to look beyond those cosmetic repairs. So yeah, love is blind, but they can really visualize that potential of a property that other home buyers may overlook because they're trying to find the perfect home. And that's what everybody wants, is the perfect Pinterest premium home. And, things like changing out floor or paint or even staging, it makes such a big difference because a lot of people cannot visualize what it's like without it being the perfect home.
This final one, very quickly, our last question here. Being flexible can work in your favor.
Yeah, not only with what you're looking for, but with just who you are. You are working with sellers and their time frames, and who knows what's going on, working from home, babies, people visiting. If there's a home available to see, get up and make an effort to go see it. A lot of people will say, oh, I've got brunch at that time, I can't go. You can't go to brunch if there's a hot home on the market. You've got to go see it. So being flexible and understanding that these are other people's homes, that it is still competitive, and just making it work to make sure you get into that property. And you need to make adjustments. You're buying a home. It's a huge financial decision. So your life's just going to switch for a little bit until things are settled.
But
so be accommodating.
Mimosas, though. I mean, that's a
tell your friends to go later.
All right. Thanks, Keri, for joining us. Of course, here each and every week, you guys can catch all of Keri's tips and insight every Wednesday on Current. And then in the meantime, go to social at Keri Ann, and then YouTube at Keri White Real Estate. We truly appreciate your time.